What up is Marcus with Dynasty Dads? What you're going to see is a mock draft of number 12. We're going to be in the 12th spot, a interesting spot. And you're just going to see Fantasy Pros has a draft wizard that I really like to utilize. Sleeper does have a good draft settings as well. We're going to do Fantasy Pros first. We're going to do number 12 overall. And we're going to kind of see what team that we would like in redraft here. So I know mostly we do Dynasty stuff, but we throw some redraft in there too. So, all right, we're going to go right to the screen.
All right, so when we look at the board here, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor. These are kind of standard picks here. I usually see Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill go a little bit earlier. I can't believe that Josh Jacobs is 110. That just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I get the Stephon Diggs pick there, but I mean, honestly, Josh Jacobs there is way too early for 110. So let's look at basically the cheat sheets here. We got Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson. We could just hide drafted players so you guys get to see here. So choices are Saquon, which again, he might have some issues with reporting to camp. You got Nick Chubb, who I absolutely love this year. Tony Pollard. I think that might be just too high. Derrick Henry, his final year. CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson. I like them all. I feel like having A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, and Devontae Adams all coming back to me in the second round. I mean, I get back-to-back picks here, so I feel like taking one of these running backs, which we're going to take Nick Chubb here. I think that he is the easy running back choice here. Barkley would be the second option, and then probably Henry the third option here. But again, they're all kind of in that same tier. I love CeeDee Lamb. A.J. Brown, also excellent, but man, I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb here. I love CeeDee Lamb. And so now you have to wait for a million different picks to go by to get into that end of the third here. So we'll see what we have left here. Let's go to the draft board and see what happened, because you'll see some tight ends. Mark Andrews goes in the third. Hawkinson goes in the third. Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes goes into the third. I don't see any other ones. J.K. Dobbins in the third is early. Kenneth Walker's early for the third. Like, that's a little surprising that some of these running backs go. Joe Mixon, I see he's been moving up. Devontae Smith, good pick. Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, all good picks, all B's on their team, but doesn't mean that doesn't matter too much here. So really, you get the ability to have two great players here, and so I don't think Josh Allen's going to be in many drafts here at the 312. I just don't see him making it this far, so I almost don't want to draft him just for the case that I don't think it's going to be an actual realistic opportunity for me. Again, Jalen Hurts is a potential option here. I mean, I love Chris Olave at this spot. You look at Amari Cooper, don't have as much confidence in. I mean, the difference between wide receiver. So I'm going to take Chris Olave here as just, I like him a lot more than Amari Cooper and the other wide receivers there. He's a huge alpha for the New Orleans Saints. I mean, I'm assuming Michael Thomas is going to have some potential still injury issues. Now, again, I would take Josh Allen here, but I don't think he's going to be here for most drafts, so I'm going to pretend like he's not here. And Hurts is probably going to be gone too, so I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs. Because, again, I think a lot of these quarterbacks are going to go early. You might even see Burrow at this spot. That would be a consideration. But the running backs and wide receivers are just too strong at this point. So, again, we got Lamar Jackson. If we go to the draft board here, we're not going to do too many rounds of this, but you get an idea and a gist. George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, which we didn't even talk about those two. But, again, if you don't get Mark Andrews, if you don't get Travis Kelce or TJ Hawkinson, I'm really kind of okay waiting on tight end. I mean, if you look at our team, we have Nick Chubb, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Jahmyr Gibbs. Excellent there. So we're looking at Terry McLaurin, Lamar Jackson, Drake London, which I love Drake London in Dynasty, but again, you're stuck on a horrible team. Rashad White is an option. Fields. So really, you get a running quarterback. Do you want a running quarterback? I mean, if you look at, we can kind of look at tiers. We do tier-based drafting. You get Lamar, Fields, Herbert, Lawrence, who I absolutely love. Herbert, I love. I mean, there's 4 quarterbacks. So I think 4 quarterbacks make it to my next pick. We start getting into that second tier, the tier 3. That's a big concern. I really want one of those 4 quarterbacks. I think there's a pretty big drop-off there. Running backs-wise, Isaiah Pacheco, Rachaad White, David Montgomery, Javonte Williams, Alvin Kamara. I like Alvin Kamara, even though he's got a couple games suspension. Wide receivers, Deontay, you got Drake London, Christian Kirk. Tight end, I guess Dallas Goedert would be the last of the group of tight ends that I would probably go for here. I lean that way because we start getting into some really iffiness. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. I forgot that he was into that tier with Kittle and everybody, Kittle and if I think Kyle Pitts. Now we go into wide receiver land or running back land, and it's starting to get ugly. It really is. Do I reach for that quarterback that I really want, or do I take the leftovers? I really like Christian Kirk. If I can come back, I mean, there's some other wide receivers I really like as well. If we go running backs, nothing. I mean, Javonte intrigues me, but he's got injury hit stuff. I mean, it gets ugly really quick for some of these running backs. Rachaad White's got all the opportunity here. Isaiah Pacheco, injured, potentially David Montgomery. I feel like I'm going to just take some scrambling running backs for that RB3 spot. But I'm going to take Christian Kirk here, and we're going to see if that quarterback drops. This is why you do it, just to see. There's 2, 3, 4. I think I saw all 4 quarterbacks go. And this is why you do the mock drafts, too, to see. And Fields, Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, Herbert goes. Oh, Lamar went. Yeah, Lamar went too. So 5 quarterbacks went. And knowing what I know now with some of the wide receivers, let's see. Because I can go through here, go Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, let's go quarterback. Let's look. I mean, we can combine Dak. I mean, I like Dak. I like Tua. I like Daniel. I mean, like, these are all great quarterbacks, but I think Trevor Lawrence is that top 6 quarterback. I think Lamar has a chance of being up that high. I like Fields in that category, too. It's just a really big bummer that we weren't able to get that quarterback. And so now, if I were to redo this, I would definitely take a quarterback here. Now, to start off hot, I could take a Samaje Perine here. I actually like his position. As much as I don't like Javonte in the beginning of the year, I think that would be a really good start to our season. Khalil Herbert is also very tempting. We already looked at wide receivers and stuff, so I'm going to take Samaje Perine. There's no quarterback that jumped off to me and said, oh my goodness, I need to have that. Wide receivers here, Jahan Dotson, I like. Pickens, I like as a second-year player. I'm just kind of looking through it here and seeing what we got. I mean, when we start getting lower and lower, it starts getting really rough. And so you got Jahan Dotson, Pickens, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Pickens I like just in general talent-wise, but I just don't think that Pittsburgh, you're going to have success there. Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith-Njigba. I'm kind of through a rookie here looking, and I think I keep questioning myself, which one would I rather take the first year? I'm going to take Jackson Smith-Njigba. I really do love his talent and ability. It's barely over Jordan Addison, who I also think is going to have a good rookie year here. Let's look at quarterbacks. We got Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Geno, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, which Rodgers, Kirk, and Daniel Jones, at this point, I feel like we could go back-to-back, get 2 of them. Anthony Richardson's always a high upside play. Rashad Penny's still there. I mean, he could easily take the starting role there. Jamal Williams, again, for a couple of weeks, but we already have Samaje Perine, so I don't like the Perine-Jamal Williams combo. I like having one of them, because one of them is going to start off. Jarrett McKinnon, another option there. So there's some running backs I like. Wide receivers, it's starting to get pretty rough there. So I'm going to take a quarterback here. It's between Daniel Jones and Kirk Cousins. I mean, I feel like everything is for Kirk. I mean, this is where, again, I'm going to take the homer pick because I want to watch Kirk Cousins. I think he's that ability. I think he can do it. So Rashad Penny. There we go. We'll take Rashad Penny. We'll go through another couple rounds here just so we can see what we have going on. And it's probably going to give me like a D rating because that's what they always do. Again, running backs. Deontay Foreman. Forget that he's been in Chicago too. Jaylen Warren is a great handcuff just in general. Gus Edwards as well. Wide receivers here. Rashid Shaheed is always intriguing, but we have Chris Olave. So we don't really need the New Orleans. It's not even really a handcuff. Sometimes you can get like KJ Osborne would be like a handcuff for Jordan Addison or Justin Jefferson if they were hurt. So we can go quarterback here. I think at this point, I like the Aaron Rodgers pick as being a potential top 9 quarterback like he's been his entire career when he's healthy. I think he gives me a little bit higher upside on certain weeks, and since I don't have a top quarterback, we're going to go with Aaron Rodgers. So let's actually look at my draft board. Maybe no, but I don't want pick predictor. I don't want to pick my let's see, draft board. So if we look at my team, there's got to be like a little roster thing. Where's roster? Q? No. Yeah. Draft board by roster, maybe? Yeah, that's going to be confusing to look at. We'll just go by round. We'll just go over here by the end. Nope, I just redid some of the roster. Look what I did. I messed it up. Well, you get the idea of what we did there. I don't know why. I wonder if that cheat sheets, if we can go back. I don't remember who I drafted there. Okay. Well, you get the roster there. Let me know if you like the roster. It's when you put up like 10 minutes in, and then all of a sudden it just decides to go crazy. All right. So have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.